Hello everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Zo Bad Blood Collectibles, and today on the channel we do have Mezco 112, the Mighty Thor. This is the classic Thor. So before we go any further, please give this video a like. Also, subscribe to the channel, help this channel grow. Let's reach 5,000 subscribers. Speaking of Thor, Thor looks freaking awesome. He's one of my favorite characters in the comic books. In the movies, he's horrible. Like, the movies just don't do him justice. You know, we haven't got the perfect Thor yet. But as you can see here, Thor looks awesome. I love the way that the box art look on here is pretty epic. And then here we are again. We got Thor throwing his hammer. He's fighting against like that destroyer thing, whatever that silver thing was called. But it looks pretty amazing, right? And then we turn on the side here. We do got the figure and all the accessories and everything. And then we got these couple of shots of what he can do, what you could get the figure to do as well. And yeah, this is nice. Here's the other side. And then on the top of it, we do get Thor. There we go. Thor here. And then at the bottom, we do get Asgard. A little bit of Asgard. So this is freaking awesome. I've been waiting on this one. This was one of my top figures that I must have for the year 2026. And I said the year 2026 was going to be a great year for collecting, and it's going to be. So, with no further ado, let's get this guy out the box. Let's unbox him and then review him. Alright everybody, so here we are with Thor out of the box. We got him with holding his hammer. And yeah, this thing looks freaking amazing. It looks just like a classic Thor, like he walked right out of the comic books and to toy collectible form. It looks really nice. Love the bendy wire cape as well. I love the way that they made the cape where you can have it sticking up. Even though there's no bendy wire at the end here, we do get it on the side and it's strong enough to hold it. So I really do like that a whole lot. There's a lot that I like about this figure, but I do have some gripes and complaints about this figure as well. But overall, look, he looks really, really nice. By far the best look of a Thor figure that I have in my collection. As far as the classic Thor. Now, do I like it better than Amazing Yamaguchi Robotech? I don't know yet. I will save that to the end of the video. But yeah, so overall look, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. This is a great piece here. I really do love it a whole lot. So with that being said, it's time to go over the accessories. So first thing first, we're going to go over is the hammer. Now both of these hammers are the same. The only difference is this one is soft here, which is really, really nice, as you can see. And we get the softness on the hammer as well. And then we also get this one here. This is the harder one. And this one you can use when he's like going in the air or whatever. Or throwing his hammer with the effects. This looks really, really nice as well. Now, the only bad thing that I hate about this is for the fact that this hammer is very small. Why in the world did we didn't get a bigger hammer for Thor? You know, I love what it says on there as well, but you can read the writing. But man, I'm just so upset for the fact that the hammer is so small. The hammer should have been way bigger. They did the same thing as Mofex, and I don't like that. I just really wish that the hammer could have been bigger. But other than that, however, I do love the effects. So let's go ahead and go over those right now. And you can do this with either hammer. First one first is this one here. And remember, guys, this is the classic Thor. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of the camera. But anyways, boom. You can pop this in. We get this here. And you can do it with both hammers. Then we also get this effect here. This is the lightning effect. You can put that in here like that. You can have it standing up. That is nice, as if he's calling on the lightning and the thunder. Because he is the god of thunder. And then here we are with this one here. This one, I believe, is definitely going to go in like this. As if you're hitting someone. This is really, really nice here. I like this one a lot. It's going to be amazing when I take photos. And then last but not least, gotta have a hammer effect when he's hitting someone. This is really nice. I like this one better than all of them, because this is the one that you're going to definitely need when you're hitting someone. And this is, I never seen this from any Thor figure that I had with the effect like this. So I really do love that a whole lot. And then last but not least, we're going to talk about, so we got these two hammers, plus we got the 1, 2, 3, 4 effects, and then we get the spinning hammer. And this one is pretty nice because the middle piece, you're going to put the hand in there and it spans, right? So since we're talking about this, let's go ahead and talk about the hands. First one, we get this one here. This is a right hand only. You could put it in here, and you just got to make sure it's all the way in there before you put it on the figure. You just put it in there as if you put it, and then it spins. Look at that, right? You get the hammer spinning, the Mjolnir spinning. And then we also get this one here as if he's holding it sideways. And you'll see all this in photos as well. I'm pretty sure you saw some of it in the beginning of the review. But look at that. Boom. That looks really, really nice, right? But the only bad thing is that we only get it for the right hand. We get no left hand for holding the hammer. For holding the hammer, we get open hands. Do we? I don't know yet. But yeah, we don't get no left hand, just all right hand for both of these to hold the spinning hammer. And then on top of that, we do get these open hands. Of course, we need the expression hands. Gotta have these, right? And then we get the flying hands, the Superman hands, I will call it. There they are there. And then also we get two closed fists. And like as I was saying earlier, we only get one holding hand for Thor. Now, I'm really disappointed and for the fact that we only get one holding hand for Thor. That is kind of like, that's one of my huge gripes, is for the fact that we didn't get a lot of hand accessories. That is one huge thing that I didn't like about this figure. But other than that, still really nice, right? Now, let's go ahead and go over the head sculpts. So the first one we do have is the original head sculpt from Thor. This one is really, really nice. I love the head sculpt. Not too big, not too small. It's perfect for this figure. And this figure is thick too. And then we also get this beautiful head sculpt here. This is my favorite one out of both of them. But the best part is that you can swap both of these heads off. And you can also swap out the hair for each one. So I really do love for the fact that they did that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right now, but do it off camera. And then I'll show you. You know what? Let's do it on camera. Be careful because you don't want to rip off nothing. When I first was doing this, it was kind of like, what the? I'm going to break something, right? But no, you're totally safe. It's just pinned in there, so you don't have to worry about it coming off all the time. But yeah, you could just pop this off, and then we have Thor. Now, what I really don't like either, as well, this is another gripe and complaint. All of it's going to be, a lot of it's going to be with the accessories. It's for the fact that we should have got a piece here to go on top, where we could have Thor without his hair, without his helmet on. I really wish they could have thought of something like that, instead of just giving Thor with the helmets on. So that's my only gripe and complaint that I have about the head accessories. I just wish we would have got a couple more head sculpts probably 4 all together, because we needed one with him smiling. And after that, we could have got a couple pieces with just his hair, and then also a couple of helmets with him with this helmet on, like the 2 that we have. So that's another gripe and complaint that I have about this figures, for the fact that we didn't get 2 more extra head sculpts with different expressions, smiling, and then one showing him like with his teeth. That would have been really nice. This open mouth, however, this open mouth is really nice. I really do love it a lot. But yeah, you could just pop these off. You could put it on this one. You could swap out those as well, and then put it on there. As you'll see in the photos, you'll see all that there. But I'm just showing you on this review of what you can do with this dude. So let's go ahead and pop this back on, and there we go here. Let's go ahead and take this off, and we're gonna put, and there's the neck piece here. So yes, it does move, but it doesn't bend a lot. But we do get the ball joint here, so that's where your movement's gonna be. And then also we do get Thor yelling here. This one looks freaking amazing, right? We'll put them back up there. And the best part about both of these is for the fact that you could turn the figure around. Now that's one thing I didn't like about Marvel Legends Thor, is for the fact that he has this hard plastic hair and then a hard plastic cape, and they finally came to their senses and gave this dude a soft good cape. So when that come out, I will try to review that if I get it. I don't know yet. But yeah, this is really nice. So overall for the accessories, I'm definitely going to give it a 7 out of 10. I really wish that we could have had a couple more hands and also a couple more head sculpts. That would have been nice. And some relaxed hands. We should have got some relaxed hands. We didn't get that from this dude. So that's another thing that I think Mezco fell short on. This, when they come out with their classic figures like Thor, Incredible Hulk, they doing right. But even Captain America, they lack accessories. Iron Man has a ton of accessories, but when it comes to Captain America, lack accessories. And then now Thor, we get lack of accessories. But overall, he still looks nice. 7 out of 10 for the accessories. Now, let's go ahead and go over the articulation. Okay, so here we are here. I'm going to try to do this on camera, but I'm going to have to raise the camera up, so that way I can move it. Let me get it kind of at an angle. Okay, so now we're getting ready for the articulation, right? Let's go ahead and put this dude straight up like that, like he was in the box. Alright, so first thing first, the neck piece, we have swivel here, and we also have the ball joint that's in the neck as well, and that's going to give him his looking down. I wish he could have looked down a little bit further, but that's fine. And then this is straight here, and then also he can look up, which is really nice. I'm going to pop this head sculpt off because I like the original one when he's not fighting. I like this one on. Okay, so that is nice there, right? And then you can look sideways. And I want to do this hair piece so that way you guys, I can show you guys that you won't have no problem turning the figure side to side, right? And then also we could do the side. If you want to give them expressions there, you could definitely do that as well. Now, when it comes to the shoulders, no, he's not on a how can I say it? He doesn't have the shoulder things where you could go in and out. I can't even think of the word right now, which is weird. But yeah, we don't get butterfly joints. That's what I'm trying to say for this figure. However, I really think that Mezco should have gave him butterfly joints. That would have been incredible for this Thor figure, like they did with the Incredible Hulk. Now, however, we do get great articulation here. And you don't have to worry about this either because it's soft here. All this right here at the top is soft. So you could definitely get him going all the way around. He definitely got swivel as well. Look at that. Boom. He got swivel. We also get double jointed elbows. And great articulation with the wrists as well. So that is really nice there. Then for the legs, we could kick up. Almost 90 degrees. A little short of 90 degrees here. And then we also get double jointed knees. And this is where I advise you guys to be really careful. Like, he get double jointed knees, and it seemed like it give us enough room so we won't mess up the figure. But yeah, there it is there. Kind of remind me of Captain America a lot. And I just wish they could have done this a little bit better. I don't know, like giving them better pants than this, so that way we get them in some expressions. But overall, I still like it. At least we got the double jointed knees. And then here we are here. Great ankle rockers. So you're going to need that for Thor. And then we also get swivel at the boots as well. And then also we do get swivel at the thighs. So that is great there. There's Thor here. Now the main thing, my main concern about Thor was the stomach area here. Like, does he have an ab crunch? It's definitely there for this body, and this body I think they're going to use for Conan Barbarian as well. So I already know that Conan Barbarian's going to have great articulation, but let's see what we could do with him. First, we do get where he could go sideways about that much here. There's his body here, so we do get that articulation there, and then also he could go sideways as well. So that's very needful for a Thor figure, right? And then the ab crunch. Here's the ab crunch here. And I'm just so glad that they thought about that. Look at that. So this is the ab crunch. This is great. So now you ain't got to worry about Thor not having that ab crunch. Because like that other Thor figure that I have from Mezco 112, he has no articulation when it comes to the torso. I mean, not the torso, but right here in the waist movement area. Now, also going backwards with the torso. Look, so this is great for fight posing. All that's great stuff. Look, you can get them flying like that. That is really nice. So, overall, for the articulation, besides the not having butterfly joints, wish I really had this figure with butterfly joints. That would have been great. But overall, this is still a amazing piece because of the articulation and for the fact that he could actually move his head and you don't have to worry about anything messing up. So overall, for the articulation, I'm definitely gonna give this dude, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10 for the articulation. Really great articulation. I'm very shocked and surprised on how great his articulation is. Now it's time to go over the size comparisons. This is another thing that I was kind of worried about. And I just had to figure out. So, you know, let's go ahead and bring out some Mezco figures, Robotech figures as well. Maybe Marvel Legends if I can find my Thor figure. Alright, so we're going to bring up the Avengers. My Avenger collection for my 112 scale. First one, we do got Incredible Hulk. This is my Incredible Hulk for now, because I think this is the best one. But this one is from SH Figure Arts, I believe. And I believe this one is Infinity War. I'm not sure which one this one is from. But that is a great size comparisons for both of these figures. I thought this was really nice. Right? So let's go ahead and put him in a bag because he's going to be super tall. But yeah, that is pretty awesome. So I'm going to have fun taking photos with both of these figures like that. Next on the list, we're going to bring in a classic Spider-Man. He's on this classic shelf as well. There he is standing next to Thor. So Thor towers over him. We're going to bring in your boy Doctor Strange from Mezco 112 as well. Here he is here. And let's see how he stands next to Thor. They range about the same height. Let's put him over here. I just wish that Thor could have been a little bit taller. However, I do love the thickness that we get from Thor. And I thought that was pretty nice there. And then also, let's go ahead and bring in Captain America. Here. Another one that was a great figure, but not enough accessories. There he is sitting next to Thor. We're going to bring in Iron Man from Mezco 112 as well. All these are Mezco except for Incredible Hulk so far that I got coming pulling out of the box here. So there's Iron Man right there, the big three. And then we also have the other Iron Man. I have a bunch of them, but I only pulled out these two for now from Mezco. I do have some more. But here it is. This one here. The Cetarian. I believe this is the Cetarian suit Iron Man. This one looks really nice, but have him stand next to Thor. He is taller than Thor. And a lot of people are not going to like that. I wish... Well, I do love the thickness of Thor, but I just wish that he could have been a little bit taller. That would have been nice. Let's bring in Black Panther. We gotta have Black Panther in there. Here he is. This is a great piece. Highly underrated figure. There he is there. And then we're gonna bring in your girl here. Boom. Captain Marvel. You can have both of these two fighting as well. Even though she's from the movie, she goes great with the comic book variants as well. So I really do love that a whole lot, right? And then we have Hawkeye from Marvel Legends. Look at that. He's about the same height as Thor. About the same height there. But he's way beefier than the Marvel Legends. And then last but not least, we do have the Revoltech Thor here. Now, same with Thor here from Revoltech. Both of these figures are kind of on the small side as far as height. But they do a great job as far as the width and the thickness of the figure. However, I still believe that this guy here is the better Thor for me. I love this Thor a whole lot. I love everything about it and a ton of accessories that we get with it. And the articulation is just off the chain, right? But then we get the classic Thor who doesn't like anime style. He doesn't look like that. This one looked kind of more anime style, but this one looks more like it's going to go better with your Mezco figures. That's what I could say. It looks better than this one as far as the look, but I believe that this one is a little bit better. But yeah, that's the question of the day. Who is better, the Revoltech or Mezco 112 Thor? Let me know in the comments section below. And yes, guys, that is it for the review. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this whole figure here and the whole review itself. Did I do a great job? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, what do you think about the accessories of Thor? Are you satisfied, highly satisfied, or dissatisfied? Let me know in the comment section. And I'll see you all in the next one. 5,000 subscribers. Peace.